often hold secrets, some that should never be uncovered. Tonight, you'll hear true stories that blur the line between the living and the unseen. Keep watching, because what starts as ordinary soon descends into pure terror. Story 1. The Farm Gathering. A woman recalls how her mother worked in a cafe owned by a man who also possessed a large farm. Once a week, he would invite his male employees to the farm for a long evening of food, music, and fun. They called it Wednesday nights. From late afternoon until dawn, laughter filled the place. The women working at the cafe, including her mother, grew curious. They begged the owner for a day of their own. At first, he refused, but after persistent requests, he finally agreed to let the women have Saturdays on the farm. On the very first Saturday, the owner gathered them and said, "Enjoy yourselves. This is your day. But remember 2 rules. No loud music, because the sound echoes here, and absolutely do not go near the animal pens." The women agreed. That evening they gathered, drinking coffee, talking, and laughing. But soon, one girl decided to break the silence. She pulled out a small speaker and started playing music. The others protested, reminding her of the owner's warning. She ignored them and raised the volume. At that moment, the narrator's mother felt uneasy. Suddenly, her face grew pale. She grabbed her daughter's hand and whispered urgently, "We need to leave now." Without explanation, she pulled her out of the farm. Later at home, she finally revealed the truth. As the music played, she saw distorted figures dancing among the girls, faces torn by impossible smiles, bodies moving unnaturally. At one point, she even saw her own daughter eating cake beside one of those grotesque creatures, except the creature was chewing on hair, not food. Terrified, she understood why the owner had forbidden music, not because of neighbors, but because something else lived there, something that did not want to be disturbed. Story 2. The Curse of Bad Friends. Another woman warns against the danger of bad friends. Her troubles began when a friend insisted on visiting a fortune teller who read coffee cups. At first, it seemed harmless fun, but the fortune teller claimed that someone had cursed her, someone close, perhaps even family. According to the woman, the curse was meant to block her merit and stop her success. The idea haunted her. Not long after, another so-called holy man contacted her through a mutual friend. He revealed private details about her life, things only she and God could know. Convinced he was genuine, she followed his instructions. He gave her a treatment, a perfumed liquid to bathe with. After using it, she was told not to let the water go down the drain, but instead pour it outside, under a tree or in the street. For the first few nights, nothing happened, but soon the nightmares began. She felt her blanket being pulled away. Sometimes she floated above her bed, unable to scream. Other times she saw dark, shadowy figures standing silently in her room. Sleep became terrifying. She dreaded closing her eyes. Only through constant prayer and listening to Quranic recitations did the attacks weaken. Even today, the memory lingers. And her warning is clear. A single reckless choice can open doors you can never close. Story 3. The Mysterious Bed in Mecca. The final story takes us back to 1997. A 16-year-old girl in Bahrain fell mysteriously ill. Doctors found nothing wrong, yet she suffered constant fainting and unbearable headaches. Desperate, her family took her to Jeddah for treatment. After their appointments, they decided to perform Umrah in Mecca. Exhausted after the rituals, the family met a kind stranger who offered them a nearby room to rest before returning to Jeddah. The room was simple, old, even unsettling. But the bed was unlike anything she had ever known. The mattress felt soft beyond imagination, the blanket warm and light, the pillow cradling her perfectly. She drifted into the deepest, most peaceful sleep of her life. But at dawn, when she woke, everything had changed. The mattress was nothing but a thin, hard frame of iron. The blanket was a rough rug, the pillow stiff as stone. Her family looked on in disbelief. Had they all imagined the comfort? Yet that night forward, the girl's illness disappeared. The fainting spells ended, the headaches were gone, and her life returned to normal. Now, decades later, she still remembers that night. No luxurious hotel bed has ever compared to the comfort she felt there. Was it a blessing? A miracle? Or something else entirely? Some mysteries can't be explained. Some horrors leave questions with no answers. But one thing is certain. When the unseen world crosses into ours, lives are never the same again. Thanks for watching. See you in the next story.